Aloha! Welcome to Flow Dynamics. I'm Sila, and as you may have felt or registered, noticed in any way, the world is currently turning a bit upside down in some capacities. I wouldn't say there is more chaos than ever, but we are taking enormous leaps into being aware, being self-directed, and also experiencing the actual interconnectedness, the lack of separation. And so I felt lately that there are even more waves on this globe that have to do with a certain kind of sadness or feeling of being separated and left out because the awareness has risen. Now, this video is for all of you who are already open, who know how to increase your vulnerability, that are already noticing how you interconnect, or that might be overwhelmed by all of it, that don't get a free minute of, just you time. So in my past videos I have a bit neglected that issue. And of course it's still important to relax, to find your center, to appreciate yourself and acknowledge what you're doing and what is going on around you or in conjunction with you, but also, as I said, to notice when you need that buffer, which is basically a very natural function of our energy field when we don't engage in interaction. And we are pulling up a silver bubble from the earth as our energy exits into the ground. We are pulling it upwards and letting it find again your center, and it basically encapsulates you and your whole energy field, so you can then tune in more on your own vibration and change it, or well, just deal with yourself basically and whatever you're doing objectively. Now, this is very beneficial in many types of meditation, and as I said, basically you get down, you bring um, your torso to your legs, your head to above your knees. I mean, about the height of your knees, and you can place your hands on the ground and then move the hands upwards, the palms upwards, and raise this curtain, this silver bubble, from a point way below your feet in a sphere shape around your whole body, above your head. And here you can even, we can even stay with it. And stabilize it, strengthen it. And now this physical movement is just to accompany it, and it doesn't have to be there all the time, but it makes it stronger. Or, well, you're putting more of your attention into it, so you will notice where your attention slips, where in your imagination, in your inner sight, the silver bubble may have holes or darker spots. You can there basically pull the bubble up again, basically make it silver again, and then inside of your bubble you can choose whatever colors or vibrational qualities as you like. And you will then also or let me speak from my own experience, as I have only recently been really investing into that. I have noticed quite a bit when my bubble would shrink or would dissolve, when my attention would drift outwards, when I would engage in interaction. So that part got a bit clearer, but as I made it more important to hold this silver bubble up, I also concerned myself less with what is going on outside, because I and many others are naturally very attuned or sensitive to what is going on in the world or in their environment, in their town, in their city, or other area, because we pay importance to that. To me, a world in peace and harmony is currently important, although it might be a bit dreamy, a bit, well, not realistic. And so the buffering exercise is to be used in conjunction with connecting, and of course cleansing your body, relaxing, all that stuff. But it is very different from turning energy. When we turn energy, we do that in, well, slight openness or increased openness, and there we have to identify what the actual vibrational qualities or properties, or maybe feelings or expressions are, that are disturbing us, that we are reacting to, because it's all a choice of what we do. And then we can choose to turn it with imagination. Say, I'm turning the energy from whatever or whoever that is giving me irritation in my hip into well, healing, cooling sensation or whatever, you know. Or I'm turning the frustration globally into inspiration, you know. It's actually easy to come up with beneficial uses of all this energy when you want to use it for a certain purpose. And then you can still, after a while, rebuffer when it gets too much. So it's all our responsibility and, of course, freedom of choice. Now, as I said, it is quite important that we all pay attention to what we do, to how we create our reality, what choices we engage, what we repeat, and what we do freshly or newly. Because naturally, what we repeat will create structures and patterns. And many of us on the globe are currently quite fed up with what they perceive as structure and patterns. Which is not to say that we would all be comfortable with an immediate change, but we have to be rather gentle and kind with ourselves, and taking the routes that, well, already feel easy to us. And it doesn't mean comfortable or, well, familiar. So let's pay attention to our inner communications. Much fun to you. And of course, if you buffer with confidence, buffer with an appreciation and a trust in knowing that this buffer shall not separate you forever, and also it is not intrusive or offensive to anybody. It is allowing you the space to be yourself and also others while not interacting. Aloha!